completely over with, okay?
What could possibly go wrong? We got construction zone. We're 14 feet wide.
Whoa, hang on. Is that a good looking rig or what? Look at that. Tied down there. Tied down there. Alright, hit the road. Everything looking okay back there? Looks like it to me. Turn up the radio and just stare out the windshield. I'm all done out there spraying with what I was doing with this tractor, and so this one is just hitching a ride back to the shop. Then gonna drop it off, double back, come get the JCB. I just finished mulching up some down trees. Then head back to the blue tractor with the 14-foot mower. Now, the thing is I had this all figured out, okay? I was gonna go get the blue tractor first, bring it out here where the red tractor is at, drop it off, load the red tractor, bring the red tractor back to the shop. Because the blue tractor needs to be where the red tractor is at. You got all that? All right. But that didn't work out right because the blue tractor's broke down. Yep, I went to go pick it up and no power to the dash, no power to the console. It starts, it runs, there's power to the AC up above in the top of the cab, but no display. Won't move forward, reverse. So, had to do the switcherooski on how I'd get this figured out to most efficiently move around the equipment. So, we lost a little bit of efficiency on that, but that's all right. Like I said, we'll get the red tractor back to the yard, go get the yellow tractor, then we'll go and get the blue tractor last. That's the plan. You got all that? All right. Us Flatlanders here, we get excited over bunny hills. Well, this would be the big one right here. This is the biggest hill I've got for the most part, where I'm high speed at least. I got actually some steep little shorties, but they're around corners and little stuff. So what are we doing? We're clicking along here about 60 knots in 6th gear. Let's see what she does. The old detuned chassis cab. 5th gear. 4th gear. And we're to the floor. Can you hold 60? Oh, 59. Come on, baby. What are we on? Do we need some more juice here? Oh, we're at the level 5. Whoa. Shit, 66. Okay, get my foot back out. We had bumped her up at the last second to level 5 on the old Edge EZX. And now we're got ourselves a little bit, we got a little bit too much wind in our sails. So there you go, that's our hill pulling experience for the day. That was about to be really bad. Got distracted getting it on camera. Forgot to do this.
Yeah, there it is. Right there. Yeah, and I see signs of rodents chewing through some insulation down there. But yep, found it. I've already cleaned them up. They're ready to be crimped back together. Let me show you. Said this tractor is broke down. Came out here the other day. No power to the instrument panel right there. No power on the column for the transmission. Nothing. Went through all the fuses. Nothing. Well, today came back a little more involved, and we found it. Red wire there. Red wire there. And he even got nasty right there, and I taped that up. Chewed through that bigger power wire. Damn little bastards. This tractor hasn't even been sitting for very long. Just a couple of days. That's it. Something had to go in there and wreak some havoc. So we got the old blue here. The question is now what to do. I think we're going to come back do some blue stuff tomorrow. Now, because I didn't know if I would find this problem or not, we got the yellow stuff with us. So I think we'll go do some yellow stuff today, and we'll come back and do some blue stuff tomorrow.
Well, I have some of the yellow.
So that's the plan. Let me fix this, put this back together, keep moving. Let me know what happens when I hook this wire back up. Hopefully we got gauges. What happened? Ah, there we go. Okay. Now next up is this. I was taking this cover off. This bolt literally fell from up higher and down into my hand. That's comforting. So we're going to call this Mr. Mystery Bolt. Where'd you come from, Mr. Mystery Bolt? But I think we figured it out. I say, it goes right somewhere. Mr. Mystery Bolt goes right here. Yeah. There we go. Ha! Okay. You win some, you lose some. Tighten that up and we're good to go. And today we're moving on to blue stuff. Well, I guess we got some yellow stuff going on. So we're slightly over width, okay? But we don't have real far to go. We only got about 25 miles, no more than 25 miles. Those that know what that means. But, you know, it's doable. Let me get chained down, get my flags all out, and we'll be rolling. No biggie. And to boot, we'll add it in. It is about 3:30 and it's on a Friday. Let's go play in some Friday afternoon traffic. Hey, I need to be there bright and early tomorrow morning. I need to be mowing at daybreak. So we're moving this afternoon. And that's why never short yourself on how many anchors you put in your trailer, because you never know we're gonna need one. Barely made it coming out of here, and of course. Yeah, I'll throw on the old extension. There we go. Yeah, chain her down the other side. Come on, baby. You can do it. Actually got to unhook real quick. I got to go make my rounds out here, get a pump started, this, that, and the other. Then come back, hook up to this, then roll. She may be slow, but man, power jacks. Can't beat that, and we're loaded up too. All done with my farm chores. Now time to hook back on up and let's go see if we can play in some traffic. What could possibly go wrong? We got construction zone, didn't see that. And we're 14 feet wide. We're going right over the top of the cones. You know, what do? Always working on the road, working on the road. Ah, well, you know, hey, if we complain they don't work on the road, then we complain the road's too bumpy. So, we'll make it work. We'll fit through here. This dude's gonna wave me through. We're good. Sometimes you just gotta take up both lanes. Stick yourself right in the middle. And they're not too happy. They can see that there's space up here. But you know what? I've tried it both ways. You try to scoot over, let people go around, and they do stupid stuff. So you take out both lanes, keep them behind you or keep them in front of you, and it saves them from themselves, from doing something stupid. So if I can get a green light, we can rock and roll. For the evening. We're on. Nice. All right, we got a leaky tire. Yep. Cute little puppy unloaded. This thing, throttle, hydrostat, little Flory Ammon sweeper. Now, you gotta put some diesel in, shut her down. This one's dropped off, gotta go get something else. right, let's see if this little puppy will fire up. AC's on. Okay. Now, let's see if I can remember how to drive this thing. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, yeah. And stuff is so low profile, man. That's why you have to have one of those. Yeah, look at that right there. Okay, it's on. Now, that looked a little rough, but you know, we're just barely overhanging. Now, if I was an hour or 2 hour drive, I might want to do something about that. But you know what? That's not coming off. We're chained up all four corners. We're not going too far. It'll be all right. Seems a little tricky getting loaded up. You know, it's nothing like when you got the same piece of equipment, you're loading all the time, you know exactly what to look at, what to, when you're, you know, tracking up the trailer or whatever. Loading a new piece of equipment, you gotta kind of get it figured out. All right, let's roll. We gotta get out of here and get this thing unloaded. Boy, that is a pretty fine piece of hardware right there, I have to say. It's a pretty nice trailer. That is a full hydraulic tilt deck and the axle slide, and the axle slide hydraulically, not by holding the brakes and having to move the truck. Pretty nice trailer. Definitely like 7-degree load angle. That is why all the almond growers, that's the trailer right there to choose. The Glen, the Precision, Great Northern, that's the way to go on that. Just unmatched load angle is the bottom line. A little slower to get loaded and unloaded because you got to slide the axles and all that, but you can get the stuff on. That's the bottom line. Well, we're running naked. Yep, no trailer. See if we can go pick up ourselves a Wilkie. This is, what do we got? Let's see here. This would be machine number 3 that we got to come grab. And then we're going to be just that much closer. Pulled this thing around last year some, and it is a interesting, cumbersome, difficult deal to pull. But you know what? Don't have to go very far with it, fortunately. Trees everywhere. Let's see what we got over here. Oh. And there it is. Well, I'm all hooked up. Got all tidied up here, all the jacks, stabilizing jacks. These bars here, they were strung up there, tossed in somewhere. There's a reason why I try to do as much as I possibly can myself without hiring people to help me, to be honest with you, because this is the kind of stuff you get. You see, you got 2 hydraulic cylinders right up there. You see that? Okay. This whole thing then folds out like this. Well, when they got done using it, they just fold this thing back in, but they don't bother to crank the directional chute right here to suck this all the way up tight, so that when you put this whole arm down, it actually clears the tire. So this is just resting on top of the tire. So I'm waiting now for someone to come with a tractor so we can hook up to this thing and run those hydraulic rams out so that I can tuck all this in and fold this up like how it's supposed to be. Because I got, you know, nothing better to do, just sit around and wait. Okay, there we go. That's how that's supposed to look. All right, now we are ready to roll. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, we're a little bit over width, huh? But not too bad. Well, guess who gets to haul the fancy trailer tonight? Yep, your old buddy Bob. Check that out. I think it's a pretty cool trailer. I'm kind of excited, actually. Yeah, I got to pull Diamond C around here back in the spring. We're gonna try out this trailer and a tilt deck. So we gotta get the little John Deere 110 off and get the pickup machine loaded up. I've never had one of these before. Man, technology is cool. This is easy peasy. I love it. I guess everything look okay back here? I guess. Okay, then, there we go. Let me guess. Let's see here. I pull that pin. Axle. Alright, we got the Gone in 60 Seconds ramp here. Well, let's see what happens here. We got the old 22. We're loaded up. About as heavy as we ever had it. We're rocking 45K, I would say. 11 for the truck. We're thinking 34 back there between the Flory and the Precision trailer. So, oh yeah, it's like I'm unloaded. All right, let's see how this thing does. Oh, a little dusty. Yeah, well, there's nobody behind me at the moment. We're all right. Are we sure this is 34,000 back there? Doesn't feel that heavy. Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe one of those deals where you get so heavy, stack another 10K, what's the matter? I don't know, but it doesn't feel all that heavy to me. I will say, this trailer's smooth, real smooth. No bucking, no nothing. Brakes are solid. I'm on about 4.5, and I can feel them back there working. I can stop well. Shoot, I feel like I have 10,000 on my 30-footer. I gotta get over here. We're in some traffic. Working our way through the townspeople here. Everybody going to the Home Depot. Corner we go. Now, I don't think we're 45, so did a little internet research. A Flory 8772, which is the current production model, is 13.2, and the matching cart to go with it is 5700. So you gotta assume this one's pre-def. That is a post-def with more horsepower than this one. Gotta assume it's heavier, I would think. So I'm going to say 12.5 on the old 8600 plus the cart. 50, that's probably the same cart. 5700. The trailer weighs 11. Basically, we're about 29,000 back there. That's what I think
That's what it feels like. That'd put us right at, I've got a little over 3/4 of tank in the truck. That tank back there is full, so I probably have 120 gallons of diesel on board. We're all of 40,000. I know that, but I don't think we're quite 45. Whoa, whoa, hang on. Bump. It has been a pleasurable towing experience, I have to say. I'm almost to my destination. We'll get this sucker unloaded. It's starting to, the sun is setting. We got to get this stuff all unloaded and move on here. We got quite a bit to do tonight. I got to be back here first thing at daylight. I got a truck coming with a set of trailers because we actually, you know, trying to, you know, to do something, not just, you know, haul around equipment. None of this generated $0 today. Just to be clear, hauled lots of stuff today. Generated 0 gross income. Yeah. What makes the money, hopefully, is tomorrow. Almonds in the trailer, because that's what a farmer does, right? We sell your groceries to you. All right, I'm gonna call this one. We're gonna wrap this up. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Share it, whatever you'd like. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good evening. All right, now to bring this thing around full circle. So there's the pickup machine. All right, that picks up the almonds out of the orchard, out of the windrow. That right there is the shuttle, and that picks up the almonds from the harvester, the pickup machine, and that then brings them in to right on, well, let's not forget that sweet trailer. That brings it over here to the elevator, where it dumps in there, up the elevator, into the Wilkie. The Wilkie then separates the almonds from all the other junk. Had to have the tractor here to run the PTO for the Wilkie. We got the compact track loader to get the discharge that comes out of the Wilkie to scoop the junk and carry it away. And that pretty much sums everything up. There is so much equipment that has to come and go and go and come. I got my 30 footers over there because this whole deal is gonna rock and roll this evening, that hopefully, fingers crossed, we get all this stuff done.